Woohoo, Aquarius, Mystic GLoLady here. This is your divinatory teaching for September 2015. And as you can see, I have been working on new formats, and this is a new one, and it's still a prototype. I have another month. Next month, I'm sure it will be different, more fine-tuned. And then November, you will see the finished version. I'm going to be making a cheat sheet video that will go into in-depth regarding the glyphs that I will be putting on your cheat sheets right here. This is the glyph for Aquarius. 2 words to describe Aquarius are I know. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. The energy of Aquarius, they are the humanitarian, original, futuristic. It is a fixed sign, means that they are firmly stable in the middle of a season. So, Aquarius, what do you have in store for you for the month of September? Now, this is a general reading, which means that we put the sun sign of Aquarius into the first house. If you do a birth chart, you put the ascendant sign in the first house, and thereby setting up all of the houses. So when I'm talking about something and it is not registering in your house, please look to find your ascendant, okay, your time of birth, find out your ascendant sign and listen to that, because what I'm talking about now will pertain more specifically to your birth chart. Right now, this is a general reading, so I am going to be putting, okay, your sun sign of Aquarius into the first house of self, of body, appearance. And we have the sun, and the sun is starting out 8 degrees of Virgo. Okay, on the 24th, it will be going 0 degrees of Libra, but right now, starting out, Virgo will be in your 8th house. Okay, the 8th house, inheritance, taxes, other people's money, past life relationships that I analyze. What are you analyzing regarding other people's money? Okay, now as I said, that sun is going to be there until the 24th when it moves into Libra, which is higher learning, long distance travel, spiritual quests. Okay, so there is a fall equinox that will be coming on the 23rd. And with that, there's going to be a lot of planetary energy. Not just with that fall equinox, but also with the new moon. With the new moon, there is going to be a solar eclipse. Okay? 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after eclipses are when earthquakes are greater. Earthquakes, earth changes are more probable to happen. And if any of you have been looking at my teachers, Suspicious Observers will explain a lot of the planetary that is going on. Okay, so this new moon is going to be, depending on where you live, on the 13th or 14th, it's going to be at 20 degrees of Virgo. Okay, so we already have that sun shining on other people's money right here. Now, what are you going to do? What new beginnings can be done using other people's money? Okay, the moon, it's symbolic for the emotions, the soul, the mother, the wife, the magnetism. As the moon pulls the tides of the earth, on the earth, of the oceans, it also does it to the human body. And when we have those full moons and people go howling at the moon, well, yeah, that's a time to let go of old. And if you have a whole lot of stressed up, pent up anger inside of you, what can be better than going out and howling at the moon? What are you going to be letting go of? Okay? Emotions, soul, mother, wife, magnetism, what is it that needs to be let go of? Your emotional baggage that needs to be let go of. It is going to be in your third house of communication. Siblings, short trips. It is in the sign of Aries, the I am. It's going to be 4 degrees of Aries, which is my ascendant. And I took a photo in 2006 of my fairy mugshot. So the veils during the eclipses are thinner. So take photos and see what magic you can find in those photos during a lunar eclipse. People said orbs are bugs, and I say this bug stopped and posed for me. What do you think? Mercury, the planet of communications, will be going retrograde, and I can feel it right now. It's going to be a doozy with communications. Electrical, mechanical, communication breakdowns are more prevalent during Mercury retrogrades, which will be the 17th. It's starting the month at 5 degrees of Libra. You know, the balance in the communications, Libra being in your 9th house, Libra, that air sign, okay, the I balance, long distance travel, higher learning, spiritual quests. What kind of communications are you going to be doing? Are you going to be traveling for teaching? Are you going to be teaching about traveling? Are you going to be traveling to visit your home? Is it talking to your siblings, to your relatives who live in faraway places? Okay? Planetarily, this is the energy that you have to work with, so understand it symbolically. Okay? Venus. Venus is that goddess of love. It is starting at 14 degrees of Leo, and it's retrograde, okay? It's retrograde until the 6th, when it will go direct, again 14 degrees of Leo, and it will end the month at 23 degrees of Leo. Now, if you notice at the bottom, Venus retrograde, if you've noticed that people around you have been lazier, more drama, more focused on money, well, Venus must have been touching on them possibly a little more than you. And if this was you, now you understand why you really haven't felt a whole lot like doing something, okay? If, you know, you have a planet in Libra, okay? Libra is hanging on you. Or, I'm sorry, Libra, I just blamed you, and I really didn't mean to blame you, because Venus is in Leo. Leo that lies like like a roar. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It has been a challenge to do these videos. Okay, let me tell you. Venus, down here in your 7th house of marriage, contracts, partnerships, relationships. Leo, the prideful, confident performer, the I will. What are you prideful about with your relationships this month, Aquarius? Because on September 1st, you have Mars. Mars, that masculine energy that's going to be conjunct with that feminine energy, bang bang, in the relationship house, getting all excited showing that love, showing that appreciation. Just remember, Venus is retrograde, you know, when they're conjunct. So Venus, past life relationships coming back. Okay, and if you do meet someone with Venus in retrograde, wait until it goes direct on the 6th and see if you do see them in the same light, or if, yeah, Venus was telling you those lies in Leo, and like I said earlier. Anyhow, Jupiter. Jupiter is that multiplying. Okay, Jupiter has been multiplying for a while, but Jupiter had been in Scorpio. Okay, or I'm sorry, dang, I am. Alright, this is the last one. Sorry, Pisces, you're going to have to wait until I'm finished with this one, because it has been, yeah, way challenging to get them. So, sorry, multiplying, Jupiter, Virgo. Okay, remember we got that new moon going on in Virgo. That new moon that is 20 degrees of Virgo. Well, Jupiter is multiplying at 4 degrees of Virgo. And it's going to be there until the end of the month. It's only going to 10 degrees. And as you see, it only moves one sign a year. Okay, so other people's money. What are you doing with other people's money? How can you multiply other people's money? Now, also you see in there symbolic meanings of Jupiter: spiritual quest, wisdom, expansion, long journeys, justice, law, truth, banking. Okay, now that's in your 8th house. What do those have to do with other people's money, multiplying other people's money? Saturn. Saturn's that teacher. Saturn is also that lord of karma. It has been in Scorpio. It was retrograde. It's now direct at 28 degrees of Scorpio. And on the 18th, it's going to 0 degrees of Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, the I see. What do you see? What do you see, Aquarius? Because you are that I know. So right now it's in your career. Saturn has been in your career. Okay, and with the retrograde, was there a loss, a depression, or a pain that was associated with your career, especially in the month of August before it went direct? Okay, so now that it's direct in Scorpio, it's uncovering a whole lot of things. You're already more intuitive, Aquarius. Scorpio energy has that intuitive, determined, intense energy that is in there. Alright, so your career house, what have you learned? Because Saturn is going to be going to teach you about your friends next. Alright, Saturn stays in a sign for about 2.5 years. So what do you need to learn regarding your friends? Because that's what's coming up. That's that lesson. Do you see your friends for who they are? Do you see your friends for what they have, what they can do for you? Or do you see your friends with unconditional love? Uranus. Uranus is that unexpected, okay? It is retrograde in Aries at 19 degrees. It'll be retrograde in Aries at 19 degrees at the end of the month. Okay, you see, Uranus takes about 7 years to go through one sign. And Uranus is unexpected change, freedom, invention, social reform, intuition, sixth sense. It's revolutionary liberation. And being retrograde, that means that it is the individual, the nonconformist, that is stepping up and is starting to communicate. Okay, this is in your 3rd house of communications, siblings, and short trips. Are you starting to step up and speak out for your siblings? Are you starting to step up and speak out regarding social reform? Do you have a new invention to bring out? Okay, that is the energy of Uranus in your 3rd house. Neptune, illusions, delusions. Okay, Neptune rules Pisces, and it's in the home of Pisces, so it is really content there. Right now it's retrograde at 8 degrees. Okay, it's retrograde and it'll go back to 7 degrees of Pisces. But you see, when it is retrograde, the truth is revealed. Okay, my Neptune is in my 7th house at 2 degrees retrograde. So yes, I do have a tendency to reveal truth of the matter. So Neptune in Pisces, in your 2nd house, of wealth, earnings, possessions. Are you seeing your money clearly? Are you getting those psychic dreams and visions as to how you could possibly win the lottery, get a new job, being in the right place at the right time? Okay, that Christ-like universal love, all right, that genius that hinges on insanity. You have to be careful that you don't escape with the alcohol and drugs. Okay, that is that thing about Neptune. Don't be blowing your money to escape through alcohol and drugs. That's that dis-ease. That's that spiritual malady. Okay, don't be seeing a God, you know, the love of money being the root of all evil. Okay, don't be seeing the money as the God, that's the only way to be happy. Okay, wealth isn't monetary. All right, so the truth is being revealed regarding it, and start listening to your gut when it tells you such. Okay? All right, Pluto. That's that change, that transformation, and it is retrograde in Capricorn. Okay? Right now at the beginning of the month, it's at 13 degrees retrograde, but on the 25th, it will go direct in Capricorn at 12 degrees, and end the month at 12 degrees of Capricorn. But you see what Pluto is while it's dealing with a retrograde. You are dealing with your inner fears. Okay? Pluto, death, regeneration, transmutation of energy, renewal of life force. Okay? Now, that is going into your 12th house. Your 12th house of karma, jails, secrets, enemies, institutions. The Capricorn enemy, yeah, watch your Capricorn enemy. It slipped out, but watch your Capricorn enemy. All right? The IUs. All right? Look at the ones who have the symbolic of. Okay, the ones that use the ambition, the determination, the responsibility that are located in jails and institutions. Do they have secrets that need to be revealed? Or are they really hidden enemies? All right, Pluto's coming in there. If you are seeing things that need to be changed, then step up to the plate and change them, because you have power behind you in which to do that. And there are many who do not have that. Alright, so Aquarius, I have the tarot reading coming up for you. That was the astrological part, so please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And let me know how you enjoy these teachings. Okay, I hope to be able to teach you, and yes, I'm getting them in a better format. We'll put that right there. I'm still fine-tuning it. I didn't check it out on air before I did it, and it's like, oh, sugar, I really need to adjust those. So yes, they're going to be adjusted. Okay, so as we shuffle a few more times, so that you see that no, we are not stacking decks. That is no fun cheating, okay, because it's going to come back. I mean, it's going to come back. I don't want it to come back on me if I cheated. You know, that's no, not good. Okay, on the bottom. All right, on the bottom, the unstable action. Okay, now swords. All right, swords is an air sign. All right, swords is mental communication, illness, travel. Oops, sorry, I forgot to get this set up. Here we go. Illness, travel, all depends on how it's aspected. Okay, now the Seven of Swords, the unstable effort. When you are reading, you will be told to look at the cards, because the card paints a picture. Okay, the picture paints a story. So knowing that it is the mental illness, communication, all right? What is that communication? The pain in the past that has been attached to you. That is what needs to be placed beneath you, okay? Use that pain as a catalyst in order to burst forward, but don't use it as a reason to be a martyr, okay? Place it beneath you, what you have to work with. All right, Aquarius. I know, Aquarius. All right. Aquarius, in your first house of self, your body, appearance. It is the Ace of Swords, that one, that new beginnings in the first house. It is new beginnings for you in the first house. The whole new you self that is coming out. The redoing of the new communications, speaking well, thinking well of you. And, excuse me, in the second house. In the second house of swords, or second house, Five of Swords, okay, the defeat. All right, you also see the sign of Aquarius in there. All right, we have Neptune. We already have Neptune here in the second house. Earnings, wealth, possessions, illusions, delusions, but truth is revealed. All right, don't be going out and blowing money where it shouldn't be. Don't be boastful about your money in places where you could be robbed. Okay? The devil, the chaos. This is in your communications. Okay, in your third house of communications, short trips, siblings. The devil is that chaos. Not only the chaos, but it's hoopla. Whoop-la. Okay? It's in there with Uranus, the unexpected. Alright? How are you communicating? Do you have someone in your family who you recognize as that Capricorn energy that we had talked about earlier? Okay? Detach with love. That's what you gotta do. You can't enable others to continue in the same form and fashion, or you are guilty as them. Okay? To enable them to continue in a fashion that you do not like, well, that is enabling. All right? It's easy to be supportive, or maybe harder to be supportive of the person and who they are. You know, it's to give that unconditional love means to love them unconditionally, but it doesn't mean that you have to like them, or like what they're doing, or like what they're doing to others, or being that hurricane whirling through the lives of others. That transformation's coming for them too. All right, but the best amends is to live by example. Okay, if you have something to do with that, then change and live by example. Okay, or maybe by you living by example will change them. In the fourth house, of home, sacred space, property, mother, you have Taurus. Okay, Taurus is the I have, strength, patience, values. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen meaning older, wiser. Woman, queen, female. Pentacles, money. It's energy. It's in your home position. Having fertile grounds in your home is important to you. So don't be going out and blowing that money and sacrificing your home. In the 5th house, as we were just saying about going out and blowing money and not being happy, you know, in the 5th house of fun, creativity, sex, children, you have Gemini there. The I think, the communication, inquisitive, versatile. All right. What are you not happy about? What are you not happy about in there? You also have Venus and you have Scorpio. Are there things that are going on in behind the scenes and that is causing you some emotional pain? Okay, that's something that you might want to, yeah, you can see that it's going to rain by, I thought that was a little ant, but it was a fly. They've been coming inside on bad occasions. So the ants have been inside because it's been raining lately. Okay, Princess of Cups. The princess, the young woman. Okay, the young female, cups, emotions. Okay, it's symbolic of, look at the picture to paint the story, because it's going in your 6th house of health, work, service, daily routine. It has the energy of Cancer, the I feel, understanding, sensitive, emotional. All right. So when you are dealing this in a work and health sector, you are looking and feeling good. You are looking and feeling good like a young person should. Really, everyone should. Old people too, especially. In the 7th house. In the 7th house, the 8 of Pentacles. That's the prudence. Okay? Where's the holdup? It's in relationships. The 7th house of marriage, contracts, partnerships, relationships. Where is the holdup in the energy in your relationships? Remember, we have Venus and Mars that are conjunct on September the 1st. They will be separating after that, and Venus going direct will shed a little bit of light on it. You know, is that what it is? You weren't seeing the relationship clearly as you should. You haven't been giving, or you haven't been getting enough of energy in relationships. Relationships have to go both ways to have a balance, or you don't have a happy relationship. In the 8th house, inheritance, taxes, past life relationships, other people's money, you have the 2 of Cups. You also have Venus and Cancer in there. So the love, the beauty, the emotions, okay, the emotions are there with other people's money. Are you really enjoying the money from other people that's coming into your hand this month? Aquarius. In the 9th house. In the 9th house, we have the 3 of Cups, the abundance, and you see Mercury, the glyph for Mercury, and also you see Cancer, okay? 9th house, long distance travel, higher learning, spiritual quest. Mercury is in there, communicating. All right, the emotional, communicating emotions are going to be good. All right, so where is that balance? There's an unequal balance in here, and we'll keep going and find out where it is. In the 10th house. In the 10th house, career, status, father, fame, where you also have Saturn, that teacher sitting there. You have the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands, the victory in work. Okay, where is that recognition that you are getting? That Saturn was there and said, yes, you earned that degree. You passed it. You are great in your career house. It is all good. Okay, so next card. And it is the Princess of Swords. And hold on a minute. Okay, Aquarius, I really hate to be interrupted in the middle of a reading, and I know that you really hate to be interrupted also. So I guess that was a message not to get angry when you are interrupted, when you're on a roll. Okay? So, shake it off, let it go, especially when you're dealing with your friends. You have the Princess of Swords in the 11th house of friends and associates, also hopes and wishes. That princess, the young female, okay, swords, mental illness, communication, travel in your 5th house. Alright, you have the Sagittarius, the IC, enthusiastic, adventurous, optimistic. Okay, you have the Princess of Swords in there. Your friends love you, and why wouldn't they? Because you are Aquarius. You are that humanitarian, and you have a tendency to help everybody, and maybe that's where that problem lies. Maybe you might be putting money where you shouldn't be. Now, we have the Five of Cups, the loss in pleasure, going into your 12th house. Your 12th house of karma, okay? Secrets, hidden enemies, institutions. You have Pluto in there. That is that change, that transformation. You have Mars, the work. You have Scorpio, okay? Those hidden passions, all right, in the 12th house. All right, I'll tell you what I'm seeing, Aquarius. You better watch going out and blowing your money and having too much fun. Otherwise, you might be visiting one of those jails or institutions. Okay, all right. So that's a biggie. I mean, that's a biggie. September, it's going to come to a head. If you haven't been on that high road, okay, if you have been taking advantage of and not appreciating, it will most definitely come to a head in September. All right, now if we look at the top row, we will see the mutable signs. Okay, the mutable are the end of a season. The mutable are symbolic of the past. So looking at the past, all right, the chaos, the loss in pleasure, there's a lot of emotional loss in pleasure that needs to be dealt with. In order to find the solution, you need to identify the problem. Where is that emotional loss of pleasure? Okay, the chaos that is surrounding it. It needs to be identified. It needs to be identified and then put behind you. Because that emotional loss, that emotional pain, the emotional chaos is behind you. And let it there. On the middle, we have the fixed signs. And those are ones that are firmly in the season. And those are in the future. On the bottom row, we have the cardinal signs. The cardinal are the signs at the beginning of a season. They are the action. They are the bam, I'm out there. And that is the present. What are you doing in the present? Okay, the Ace of Swords, the new beginnings in the communications. All right, the mother. All right. What is the communications not really strong with your mother right now? Well, why not? Okay. looking to see why. If you were holding your mother on a pedestal and she fell off or got tired of sitting on a pedestal or was never on that pedestal to begin with, well, maybe new communications will help you understand why that pedestal should not be there in the first place. Okay, the energy that's associated with it that's coming out now. All right, where is the energy in the communications? You will find that if you work, okay, if you work for new communications, the energy that you receive will be well worth the first hello. In the middle, no, I didn't forget about the future. I just wanted you to wait. And remember, the fixed, okay, it's in the future. But we cannot count chickens before they're hatched. We know that they are eggs and that they will become, or we hope that they become chickens, okay? But this is in the future. This is the way things will go unless there is an action that creates a reaction in order to change it. In the middle, okay, you have the defeat, the illusionary success, the love, and the Princess of Swords. So the communications, which way are the communications going? Are they going in a positive form and fashion or not? Are you looking at things with unconditional love? Or, if not, it looks like unhappiness is the probability. Okay? Forgive others for not being as perfect as you are, because we know that we are not perfect beings. It is the progress and not the perfection that is important. And remember, Venus is retrograde, so some people aren't even working on progress. All right? So please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and yeah, check out the format next month. Okay, Aquarius. See you, love you, bye.